Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Washington now to return. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out of the 19. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
First down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 4th down, the snap to Tagovailoa. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. The surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
First snap, and Fields wants to throw. He's on the move. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That's him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Steelers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Gets out of trouble. Buys time, rolling right. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. On the move, headed right. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd and long for him here. He throws a bullet deep to the... This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job. To get you a one-on-one, it's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Sanders all set to send it away. Calvin Austin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. They'll trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. They're working a couple of yards past the line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Long-time standout Calais Campbell there for the stop. Caught by Freiermuth. And this one does not go far. Offense up to the line fast. Throw caught by his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. 1st down, ball at the 36. Out of this shotgun, a give to A.J. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Escapes the pocket. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Tagovailoa. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Tua looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those...
Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down. This our last play of the quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to keep it this time. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Fields out of the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep. Big gain downfield. And he's got enough to move the sticks. Working quickly here. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Miami offense headed out there now. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 31. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. He's throwing deep to the left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PB. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. He's got it to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air yet again, Tagovailoa. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So 2nd down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd down carry for AJ. He'll cobble together a yard there. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Tagovailoa back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Fourth and forever coming up. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. On target to Waddle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins tie things up at 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. This is Harris on second down. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense in the hurry-up here. First down, and they go right back to him. We'll have him gain about a handful there. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Going to the ground again on first. He finds space for a few yards that time. Jordan Poyer up from the secondary to make that stop. Second down here, another give to Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers driving for a score and a halftime lead. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Gets this one to Harris. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Harris can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is, if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Looking for it with Warren. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. 4th and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it and the lead. They do snap it. Here's Fields. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. Finds his man, Waddle. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. Going on a bit of a speed run, it seems. We are flying past halftime and going right to the start of the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Working quickly here. From the 32. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Now third down.
Now Fields. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know.
Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Devon Holland comes up with it. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Hauled in by Waddle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That heater's going to fall to the turf. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away the next time, or he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
He'll throw it. They connect for the first. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Has him on the quick hitter. Has room into the secondary. Punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grab the lead on their first series of the half. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off, Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are stopped and are going to have the football out beyond their own 30.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. They're on the stop, Larry Ogunjobi. On target to his man, Berrios. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it back, and it's marked at the 38. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine.
It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Now Boswell on to send this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And after that interception led to a touchdown in this tie game, really important they get things back on track here. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, here's Tua. Chased out to... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Tua now from the gun. Achane reels it in. Spins out a one-stop. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Achane up the middle. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Forced out to it, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Short pass brought in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. Offense up to the line fast. Mostert. And he's in for the touchdown. The Dolphins take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They just get the play off. And he's hit and dropped. So that's going to bring an end to our 3rd quarter. Shotgun snap to Fields. That throw finds Pickens. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it at the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now trail by just a point in the 4th. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. A-Chain on the inside give. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Now Tua to throw. Able to find A-Chan.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's up across the 45 on a small gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that makes it fourth down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week, because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Now Tagovailoa on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Fields out of the gun. Gets everything he has on. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a fourth quarter lead. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tua. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He's back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Steelers are going to have it down at the 30-yard line. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks out the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defensive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Boswell on to send this away. Hill now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They run, it's Achan. Broke through the tackle. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Throwing now, Tagovailoa. Fights off the pressure. And they pick him off again! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it! Well, Brock, it has been a special defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4? Probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go.
Fields on 1st down. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow, and he is dicing them.
Trying to run in, Harris. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack gonna cost them some yardage.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus.
Defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Here he is on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Tagovailoa. A bit of desperation on this deep shot, and they pick him off again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Oh, man, Brock. Somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers make it a 24-point ball game. Now Boswell on to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Their offense ready to take the field now. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one finds Berrios. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This one's taken in by Hill. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. Here's Achane. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing again, here's Tua. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Miami touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Tagovailoa will look to throw. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Sanders all set to send it away. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And we'll see if those 3 timeouts get used defensively, Brock, but this one is over either way. First down throw for Fields. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's trying to push the field. That's complete inside the 35. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
He's throwing for it! And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good.
He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that.
And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Steelers continue piling it on here in the fourth. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. I think we were all expecting to see the kicker there, but up big, they're still adding on with a 2-point conversion.
I think most of us, certainly the purists, would love to see the kicker there. Don't run up the score. But look, in the end, it's also on the other side, too. Stop them from scoring. Don't even let them put the 2-point conversion out. Keep them out of the end zone. You got a little responsibility to have some pride on that side as well.
First and 10 now from the 30. Tua setting up to throw. Pass cut by Smythe. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Here's second and 7. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers have it once again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. On first and 10, it's Fields. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins make the interception on what is the final play of this game. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And it was a game for fans of high